everybody, welcome back to Chris's Kitchen. Today we have a special guest. My boo's going to do something for y'all. He's going to change a whole beef brisket into our ground meat. So this is something that we like in place of just the regular ground beef that you can find at the grocery store. Again, everything that we do on here is just for home use. We're not selling it or giving it to anyone else. You can always come and join us if you want something for dinner. But he's going to take a whole beef brisket and he's going to turn it into some ground meat and package it up for us to use. So this is what it'll look like at the very end. But stick around and see what he can do with it.
What's up, guys? We're going to be cutting this select brisket up today using our Victorinox knife that we got from Amazon. I'll leave the link down in the description for y'all. I'm going to be grinding this brisket up and making basically hamburger meat out of it. A lot cheaper than buying it just regular at the store, and we actually know what we got. So let's get this bag opened and get to cutting it up into 1-by-1 pieces. Alright, we got it took out of the bag there. Kind of patted off some of the bloody stuff off of it. Got this little 14-pound brisket here. We're going to cut into it. And we're just going to make probably about 1-by-1 cubes or something, because the little grinder that we got is just an 8, little LEM 8. We're just going to slice it up and then cube it up. Not really going to take any of the fat off of it. We want a little bit of fat for when we fry it up as hamburger meat. So let's get into cutting it. Well, alright guys, we got it all cut up. We're going to clean our board up and get everything moved around and get our grinder set up and start grinding our meat. Alright, got the old LEM grinder set up. Got a 4.5 millimeter grinding wheel or disc, whatever you want to call it, in it. Which is just a little small for hamburger meat, but it should work fine. Got our meat cut up into 1-by-1 sections, cubes. So let's get to grinding. Made short work of the 14-pound brisket that we had. We'll get this cleaned up and move on to the next step. We're going to weigh it out, put it in little pound bags, vacuum seal it, and put it in the freezer. I got these gallon bags here, which I'm doing a pound each in the bag. So I take these gallon bags, which I got off Amazon, and I just stick them under the thing here, and I line them up where I make them even. And I take this little bag cutter and cut it, which one end's already sealed, and I put this in here and seal the other bag. Using my little food saver that I've had for a couple of years. Good for using it at home. If I do it a lot though, I need to get me a bigger one. Do it like that. That way I'm making me 2 bags at a time. Pretty simple. Just hit the seal on it. Which I got about 14 pounds of meat, so I'm just going to make up 14 bags. We got our bags made. I got the ground up brisket in the freezer, keeping it cold. Got to keep your meat cold. I'm gonna get me a little bowl put on here, and we're gonna start weighing our meat out. And we're gonna take our meat out, our meat lug that we got. We got us a Weston meat lug here. We're gonna weigh this out about a pound, pretty close to it. Take it, we'll open our bag up. We'll place our meat in here, which they make 1 pound bags for this, but they're not vacuum sealed. And we'll like to vacuum seal just about everything that we do. The way it stays better in the freezer. I like to get it all up in the corners there. Make sure everything's good. We'll put it in our food saver. Close the top. We have us a pound of brisket. It's about an 80-20 blend. We'll put it up here and measure us out some more. Which we prefer the brisket over the regular hamburger meat anyway, because I mean you can get it for about $3 a pound, or you know sometimes you can catch it on sale and it's really cost efficient when you can get it for $1 or so a pound. And it's brisket, it's not ground hamburger meat, which is just, you know, pieces, cut off pieces and all that when they're processing the cow. It's a little work to do it, but it's not much. And we'll just continue on till we get it all done. And then I'll show you the labels that I got. Which, I mean, you can, if you want to, just write it on with a Sharpie or something like that. But I bought me a label maker. So I usually make all my labels, and once we get to that, putting the labels on, I'll let you know what kind of label maker it is, because I can't remember this right offhand right now. But it makes nice little labels, and if you got bad handwriting like I do, it pays off to have something that you can read. And the labels on them are waterproof, and can't beat waterproof, especially when you're putting stuff in the freezer. But this little food saver here, it's been a lifesaver over the years. I've had it for a few years now. I don't think I didn't pay but like $80 for it. And we've used it a lot as far as processing and putting up our food and everything. And it's hard to beat a good vac sealer, especially when you're putting stuff in the freezer. It don't get freezer burn. I mean, it could last a few years in the freezer. Well guys, that's about it on the vacuum sealing part. This last bag had about 1.25 pounds in it. I think we made 13 pounds, I believe. Oh no, 12.5 pounds. Which we had a little water loss, and then in the grinding process you lose a little in your auger. But that's got that all vacuum sealed up, and we'll move on to putting the labels on and sticking them in the freezer. Well, there we go. We got them all laid out on the counter. We're fixing to label them up, get them put in the meat tote, and took out to the outside freezer. Put these little tags on it that I got. Made these with a Dymo, I believe that's how you say it. It's a Dymo label maker, 450. Prints up wonderful tags. easy to read. Put them on there. Put them in the freezer. Don't have to think about it no more. We know what's in there. No questioning handwriting or anything like that. Quick and easy, and it's cheap. Cheap to make. That label maker does not need any kind of ink. It makes its own ink. Wonderful little invention. It's a Dymo 450, and I'll put a link in the description for anybody that wants them. I got it off of Amazon, which is a lot of stuff. Nowadays, everybody gets everything off Amazon. And we'll finish labeling these up, get them in the meat bin, and get them in the freezer. Guys, I appreciate y'all sticking around and watching. I know, kind of boring, one of my first videos that I made, but I enjoy doing stuff like this. And you know, there's a lot of people out there that watch videos just to find out how to do stuff. You know, like I said, if you're in the market for meats and stuff like that, this is the easiest way to do it. I mean, there's a little upfront cost to get the grinder and all that stuff, but in the end, it pays off. You save money, and you've always got readily supply of meats and everything. So guys, I appreciate you watching. If you like the video, like, subscribe. Let y'all see if y'all can see the little thing. Wonderful little thing. Alright, well y'all have a good one. I'm fixing to get this put up out in the freezer. Y'all have a good and blessed day. Thank y'all for watching.